Believe it or not, most of us live our life quite blindly. And let me prove that today. I'll ask you some simple questions and let's see how many of you can actually answer them. What is your biggest weakness? How does your past is still impacting you today? What motivates you? What is stopping you from living the life that you want? Well, if you think you have answers to all these questions, then try to think again. Try to question yourself. How do you know that all of these things are true about you? In this video, we will talk about one of the most important concepts, that is self-awareness, and we will see how to apply it using a particular tool which I call as the PPF model. First of all, what is self-awareness? Self-awareness is about answering two most important questions. One, what is your purpose in life? Two, what is stopping you from fulfilling this purpose? Now, let us try to understand the PPF tool with which you can apply self-awareness on your life. You can step by step practice self-awareness and become more aware about yourself. The PPF tool actually stands for the past, the present, and the future. At each and every step, we try to question ourselves and we spend some time to answer those questions. So for example, here we don't start with our past, but rather we start with the future. When you close your eyes and imagine your future, what do you see yourself doing? How are you feeling in the future? What are you providing to the society? Now, these questions actually open up your eyes about your ideal self, about where do you want to go in life and what do you exactly want to do in life. Because if you don't set your goal today, then you will never know where you are heading towards. You will not become aware of it. So please spend some time and get your future clear and answer all these questions. I'll also add a link in the description so that you can download the workbook, print it, and apply it on yourself. Don't worry if it takes time to kind of answer these questions, because these things take a lot of time, so you need to be patient. Second step is the past. Now this is where we dive into our own world, into our own life. We start to see what has actually happened to us in the past. Now this past step is based on one simple theory, that is, we are pattern making machines. Our human brain, human mind is a pattern making machine. So whatever we have learned in our past is still active today. Now this is why we need to go back to our past and we need to see how our upbringing was, how we were treated before, how we have conducted us before. Here, the first step that we follow under the past is, what are the most important events in your life where you felt most important or valued? Maybe you got a promotion, maybe you got an award or something. When is it that you felt important? In my case, I used to feel important when my grandparents used to praise me for my paintings, for my drawings that I used to do. So that is something significant for me. And even I got some prizes as well for my drawing. So that used to make me feel important in life. Now, in the second step, we write the most important events where we have felt the worst. So for example, if I remember, I was punished once by my drawing teacher. He locked me in a room because I was not able to draw something. That was one of the most significant event in my life. It has a lot of impact on me till today, and I'm still working on getting out of it. Then we ask the question, what are the bad traits that we have acquired from our parents, from our circumstances, or from the society? At the last step, we ask ourselves, what are the good traits we had or have for which we were praised? Now, after you answer all these questions, then we go to the third step, that is to understand our present moment. How do we conduct ourselves today is going to impact our tomorrow, because past has already happened. It has some impact in our life, but we cannot be stuck there, right? We need to be present and we need to be future focused. So this is again one of the most important steps where we focus on the present. Now here we ask questions like, how do we behave today? How do I behave today? How do I behave at a particular situation? For example, if I go to a conference, if I go to a meeting, if I go to my parents, how do I behave today? Do I feel confident? Do I feel inferior? Do I feel out of the box? So on and so forth. What do we really value in each and every aspect in our life? This is the second question that we ask ourselves. The third question is, what do you think? How do you feel? So in a typical day, starting from the beginning till the end, what do we think? What exactly goes through our mind? And how do we feel about that? How do we feel an entire day? You can start naming the emotions that you feel. Do you feel mostly depressed? Do you feel mostly happy? What is it that you feel? You need to really become aware of that. How do we manage our time? This is one of the most important questions, because if you have the future in your mind, if you know exactly what you want to do in the future, then all you need to do is manage your time well and work on getting whatever you want to get in life. So managing our time is very important, as we all know. So this is where we try to become aware of how do we manage our time, where do we spend and where do we, waste most of our times. Why do you feel a certain way, and what can be an effective way to look at things? Now this question might sound very abstract. All these questions are actually abstract, but if you can answer these questions, these can definitely give you a lot of insights about yourself. So please spend some time and work on these things. For example, if somebody tells me something, if I go to a meeting and I get criticized or something like that, then why do I feel a certain way? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel happy? So on and so forth. You need to start answering these questions, because these questions are going to enable you to become more aware and therefore make healthy decisions in your life. How do others perceive you? And this is a very fascinating question, because most of the times we don't really know how others perceive us. Now you are looking at my video. How are you perceiving me? Do you perceive me as an important person, or do you perceive me as a time waster, or whatever you call it? So we need to become aware about how others are perceiving us. So that's it for the video. These are the questions which I wanted to share with you, because answering these questions take a lifetime. You can answer it at any point of time. There cannot be one answer to any of the questions. Now please spend some time on these questions and try to answer them whenever you have some time. Try to download the workbook. It's totally free. Try to download it and print it and then start working on it. It's going to help you a lot, and it's definitely going to give you some insights about your life. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much.